What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. So you just logged into Destiny for the Festival of the Lost because you were told that you'd get a free class item. You've gone to Eva Levante and you've gotten your Halloween mask, but you've discovered that to claim your free exotic class item, you need an Eerie Engram and 2,500 candy. So now you're left wondering what the fastest way of farming candy is. Well, in today's video, we've got your answer. Candy is rewarded at random when defeating enemies, but it's also rewarded when completing certain activities. We've gone ahead and checked out all the current activities in Destiny to determine which is the best method of farming candy. Haunted Lost sectors will be your main source of farming Eerie Engrams, but they won't be the best source of farming candy, as you'll earn around 250 candy on each completion. And by completing the Haunted Lost sectors, you'll also earn manifested pages. In years past, the final checkpoint of the First Contact mission has been an optimal source of farming for spectral pages, and for candy, but this farm has been significantly nerfed, and it only provides 30 candy on each run-through. It only takes about a minute to run through this final checkpoint if you've already got the checkpoint saved, but with only 30 candy as a reward, it's a much less optimal method. The Altar of Sorrows will be a pretty good spot to farm candy, as you'll earn 240 candy just by completing the final encounter. And by completing Altar of Sorrows, you will earn manifested pages. Blindwell is another source of candy, but not nearly as lucrative as the Altar of Sorrows, as you're only going to get 240 candy after completing a Tier 4 Blindwell, which takes about 15 to 20 minutes to run through. The In the Deep mission has been a great source of XP and even an AFK farm in the past, and it'll be a pretty good source of farming candy. You're only able to get candy off of the enemies that you defeat, so it's not as optimal of a method, but it's super easy, and if you've got a controller, you can always use the rubber band method to turn this into an AFK farm. Nightfalls and Onslaught will not be a source of farming candy, as you will only earn candy by defeating enemies. Overthrow activities on the Pale Heart will reward around 240 candy whenever defeating the final Tier 3 boss. It can take about 10 to 15 minutes to get to that point, so it's not really the best method of farming candy, but since you can simultaneously farm for additional exotic class items and ergo sums, you'll be able to knock out multiple birds with one stone. And that brings us to our final and most lucrative source of farming for candy, and that's going to be speedrunning heroic public events. The EDZ is one of the best locations to complete back-to-back public events, so by running this chain a few times over, you'll accumulate a ton of candy, as you'll earn 185 candy on each completion, which could see you earning about 2,500 after an hour. Not the most exciting of farms, especially for the veteran players who have ran more than their fair share of public events, but outside of overthrows, this is going to be the most efficient method. Outside of bounties, there's one additional source of obtaining candy, and that's by climbing both of the trees in the tower on all three of your characters. This doesn't provide you with a ton of candy, only 250 out of each tree, but it can be done on all three characters every week, and that's going to help you claim those exotic class items much faster. To which I wish you all the best of luck out there in getting your exotic class items, god rolls of the new festival weapons, and all of those awesome cosmetics. If you've got any additional tips to help your fellow Guardians get more candy and manifested pages, then be sure to let us know what those are down in the comments, and let us know what you're most excited about with this year's festival. Thank you as always for checking out the video. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated, and both really do help support the channel. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.